Monday is the feast of St. John Paul II. Well, I thought in honor of that, you might like to know a little bit more about the John Paul II Shrine in Washington, D.C. So here to tell us more, Ken Balbuena, the Director of Pilgrimage and Visitor Services at the St. John Paul II National Shrine in D.C. Ken, good morning. Welcome, brother. How are you?
Hi, Gus. Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm better than I deserve, man. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Can't complain.
Praise God. Well, listen, start off by giving us a little bit of history about the St. John Paul II Shrine, when it came about, how it came about.
Sure. Well, the St. John Paul II National Shrine is first and foremost a major initiative and ministry of the Knights of Columbus. The Knights purchased an existing facility in 2011 and more or less retrofitted it to be exclusively about the life and legacy of St. John Paul II. And we have a great permanent exhibit that has a lot of, it's about 16,000 square feet and features a lot of his personal artifacts. We also have a church and a chapel that has artwork done by a Catholic artist named Father Marco Rupnik, who did personal work for St. John Paul II over in the Vatican. And it features floor-to-ceiling mosaics that are just beautiful and take some of JP2's teachings and just brings it to life through artwork. It also features inside of our chapel a first-class relic, which is a vial of blood of St. John Paul II that pilgrims come and venerate. And we also have a lot of special events that take place throughout the year that kind of help you to apply his teachings into your daily lives. So we've been around since 2011, and we are always growing every year and have a lot of different programs that we're always trying to help people grow in their faith.
Now, I understand that you're the director of pilgrimage, for one thing. So tell us a little bit about that. What does, how do you help people make pilgrimage to the St. John Paul II National Shrine?
Sure. Well, we do a lot of outreach to school groups as well as to other parish-based groups. And anyone who wants to make a pilgrimage can definitely go onto our website, jp2shrine.org/request form, and you can make group visits there. So to have a pilgrimage, we try to just meet the spiritual needs of all of our people who come into our doors. So if you want a guided tour, we offer public tours daily at 1 o'clock. We also can have people on site inside of the exhibit. While the exhibit itself is self-paced, we do have people on our staff that can help to guide you through, point out certain things. And, some of the other things that we offer, we have Sisters of Our Lady of Mercy that can give some spiritual talks. So whether you're looking to just look at St. John Paul II as a historical figure or a religious figure, or whether you're actually looking to have a prayerful spiritual conversion, we do have lots of things that are available for people, including daily Mass at noon and prayer at the Hour of Mercy, the Divine Mercy Chaplet at 3 p.m.
Ken Balbuena is the Director of Pilgrimage and Visitor Services at the St. John Paul II National Shrine in Washington, D.C. And I want to just make a little note here, too. He mentioned the website, which is jp2shrine.org. But be careful, because I know that when we see JP2, we use the Roman numeral 2 like I. But in the website, it is JP, the number 2, like you would write a 2 yourself, jp2shrine.org. So just that little thing. Well, Monday is the feast of Pope St. John Paul II. Do you have anything special planned for that, Ken?
We do. So we actually started his 40th anniversary on the 16th, this past Tuesday. We are going to be doing a year-long celebration. We started out with a watch party where we actually had footage of his papal election and some of the news broadcasters struggling to pronounce his Polish name and just sort of the surprise there. So that was a great event for us. And now leading into the weekend, we're going to have a lot of great things going on at the shrine. We're going to have, of course, some Polish food because, food brings people to wherever you are. But we'll have some Polish food. We'll also have some local witnesses who personally knew St. John Paul II that live in the Washington, D.C. area. We'll be talking a little bit about their experiences meeting him and knowing him. We're going to have also the D.C. State Knights of Columbus State Chaplain, Father Sass, will be rereading the inaugural homily of St. John Paul II, where, of course, he had his famous quote, "Be not afraid, open wide the doors for Christ."
Well, it sounds like a lot of good things. Now, I want to ask you, Ken, because you mentioned this earlier about how some media people have a little bit of a difficult time pronouncing his name. I've heard it pronounced in a number of different ways: Wojtyła, Wojtyla, Wojtyła. What is the proper pronunciation of St. John Paul II's given name?
Sure. Well, some of my Polish colleagues may correct me here, but generally speaking, we say Karol Wojtyła.
Wojtyła.
Yes.
Wojtyła. Okay, good enough. I thought that might be, because I think you're right. A lot of people kind of look at it, and I've heard it 19 different ways. So Wojtyła is the one that you use at the shrine.
That's correct.
Beautiful.
Usually we refer to him as St. John Paul II, though.
Yeah, that's the easy way out. That's the best thing to do. Ken Balbuena is with us. Okay, what are the hours of the shrine, and how can people get more information?
Sure. We're open daily from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., 365 days a year. So, no matter if it's a holiday or not, we are going to be open. There will be somebody there at the shrine. Like I said, we have Mass daily at noon. At 3 p.m., we have the Divine Mercy Chaplet prayer at the Hour of Mercy. And we do have some events. While our public hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., we do have on Thursday nights Vespers that we offer. We have the Art of Prayer. So some talks about people teaching you how to pray. And we have Vespers on Sunday evenings for our 7 p.m. Mass. So Mass on Sundays are 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. And then we also have Thursday night adoration. So a lot of great events that also happen in the evening, but generally speaking, it's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The best way to find out about our information, you could go to our website, jp2shrine.org, or better yet, follow us on social media at jp2shrine. That's on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram. And that's where we actually have a lot more of our information in greater detail than what you can find on the website.
Outstanding. And last thing for you, since Monday is the feast of Pope St. John Paul II, are you expecting big crowds that day?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we average, several hundred on his feast day weekend. So you'll see, like, October is a pretty large period, but those weekends in particular, we have such a large peak. But you don't need to make a reservation, although we do encourage groups to make reservations. Anyone is available to come in at any time between 10 to 5. We definitely would love to see lots of people there. We're going to have a great stuff planned. And then we even have more stuff planned for later in the year, including a symposium we're working on putting together. But it's going to be a year-long celebration in honor of his 40th anniversary being elected as Pope. So it's going to be a lot of great things happening. But again, we also have a lot of other programs that we offer for men, women, and children, really to kind of focus in on building the domestic church, which of course is one of the key teachings that St. John Paul II has focused on. But we welcome about 64,000 visitors a year, and we'd love to make it even more.
Fantastic. Well, Ken, thank you. Thank you for what you do, and may God bless you and all the good folks at the JP2 Shrine in Washington, D.C. Ken Balbuena with us this morning, again, the Director of Pilgrimage and Visitor Services. And find out more, as he said, follow him on social media, JP. It's the number 2 again. Remember, it's not II, because most of us do that. When we think about JP2, we use the Roman numeral II. It is the number 2. As I'm making a number 2 here in the air with my finger, like a director here. So jp2shrine.org, and follow him on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Ken, God bless you, and a very blessed feast of St. John Paul II on Monday.